Alright, whoops, let me take these off, I don't need them. Welcome to another performance recap. This was actually a 10-minute game, and it was like a week ago, so by no means my normal performance, but in this one I scored 92.6% accuracy, and my estimated rating was 2400 for that game. So I played very, very well, and obviously I don't play that, good normally, but I definitely did this game with 93% accuracy in the opening. Again, I believe it was a game that I was on white, and then my middle game I had really high accuracy as well. So I tended to hit all of my tactics. I can't talk today. I hit all my tactics in the middle game, which is important as well as had pretty good positional play. But without further ado, we're going to jump into another analysis blind, and here we go. So b4, e5, and this time we did not get the exchange variation. Instead we got d6, which means that we could take control of the center. So c4, get the knight going to f6. We're going to play e3. He's going to go bishop e7, so he's just playing it safe, prioritizing a quick castle. So I'm going to play knight to c3, get my development going. We're going to get bishop to f5, and I go knight to e2. And my thought process behind this was I want to try to kick his bishop away. I didn't want to go here because I might get pinned. And then I would have to move my bishop to e2 or play h3 or something to kind of get rid of him. So I would rather go knight to e2 and then somewhere else. So we get the other knight out, and I do move my knight to g3. We get his bishop going back to g6. And I'm going to start attacking it. So he plays d5, which I believe was a mistake because now I can trap his bishop by force. He will win a few pawns, but I'm going to be able to trap it at the end of the day. So h5, he goes back to e4, and then I just play d3, and tactically you could see that all of his squares are cut off that he would like to go to. So he just tries grabbing as much as he can. And he gets 2 pawns for it, which isn't too bad. The game is still playable, and it's a 10-minute game, so by all means not over just yet. If it was a 30-minute game, then I'm pretty sure, most people within this rating bracket would be able to solve things, fairly comfortably. But for a 10-minute game, still a lot can happen. A lot of mistakes can be made, and most pieces are on the board. So definitely playable. I go over queen to b3. And then I'm looking to aim at this pawn. He's going to go to a5, and I'm going to push again. And the reason for this push is that if he takes, he's destroying his castling side. If he castles, then he's destroying his castle side. And if he plays g6, then I just have this very nice pawn overlooking this square. And I also have a bishop overlooking that square. So this knight now becomes a lot more weak. Because if he, say for example, he moves here, I can take, and then if he recaptures with the knight, then this is just going to be gone. Obviously there's this pawn here, but in the case that I take it, there's some moves that occur where he loses his rook. So he takes, I move my king over. I'm not anticipating castling because there's this free piece that I can take down the line. Looking back at the game now, I'm thinking that I probably don't want to take this unless I get everything else developed first, just so I could have a really strong attack, but I don't remember what I did exactly here. He moves his bishop back because he doesn't want to lose this pawn now. I'm going to go ahead and take that, and like I said, now I open up this attack on him. And he can't recapture because he's losing the rook, and now he has 2 defenders on it, so he's still okay. But it's getting a little bit sketchy, where if, I move my queen here, for example, he's going to have to, well, actually his king there I don't even think saves it. So, yeah, queen here, I guess this works. No, it doesn't. So yeah, I think I may have just been winning a piece here. Let's see. He moves to the side. Okay, that's how he saves it. I'm sorry, that's how he saves it. Because now if I take and he takes and I take, then it's just an even exchange. So he sacrificed castling rights in order to get out of the pen. So I take, he takes, and then I'm going to attack the queen. The queen has to stay guarding this, so I know that he has to go here, for example, and that then he won't be able to castle. and this does not block it. This will temporarily block it for him, but he's just getting pinched for his position. So he just moves the queen. I'm going to now take the other pawn. Maybe I should have developed this guy a little more first, but I'm still okay with moving the rook here to capture that pawn. And that was a double threat that was going on the knight, so now he moves it. So now I attack his queen, because he's running out of squares very shortly. Rook cuts all of those off. He can go back, but I'm just going to be picking up more material. I also have this move that will eventually be threatening in the future, or I could just go here and also threaten him. We get queen to g5, and this move is good because he's attacking the rook and the bishop, and he's going for checkmate. Well, not checkmate, but check, and then, excuse me, my king has to run away, and he has more checks to come. So, not a pleasant scenario. So I have to defend all of them, so I do a g4. He is going to, well, I don't know if there's a piece there or not, he's going to hang his knight, so I'm just going to take it. But if you look here, this position is already kind of, I mean, it's over basically, right? He can't castle either way. His king is right in the middle. I've got so many pieces that are just like, excuse me, aimed at him. I'm not going to draw all those arrows now. But yeah, he does not have anywhere to go really. So now let's look at this with the engine. Yep, so non-exchange variation, c4 is a book move. We go here, they like e3, or they like the knight move. I don't like going knight immediately, just because then if he plays e4, it's still better for me, but then I have to start moving my knight around, and I'm more used to this structure right here, where everything is just on these squares. I'm more used to how the games play out, so I don't like changing it too much. But we get that. We get this, there, here, here, here. So everything seems groovy so far. Nothing's happened. Obviously, he blunders. So I'm going to pick up the bishop. He's going to go over here to e4. And they prefer f3. But both ways trap the piece. This way it's just a little less ugly than this one, I guess, according to the computer. I cannot tell personally. Maybe it's because he could take this pawn, and that would make it kind of sketchy. But he takes. I take. He goes e4, I go back, and he picks up the other pawn. But even though it's only a one pawn discrepancy, he's down 6 points. Queen b3 is best. h6 is best. I move my king to the side. I missed that I could castle in this direction, have some great pressure on the queen. Also connect the rooks one move faster, but this isn't a bad move by any means. Get bishop going to b6. I take. He goes there. Take, take. I go here, put some pressure on him. Queen goes there. Take the pawn. We go g4. And yeah, so now it's mate in 10, actually, when he makes that blunder. But before he does that, it's literally a 2-point difference. However, the way that my pieces are oriented and protect each other, it's a plus 11 or plus 10 position. So obviously I coordinated my pieces very well. I stuck to the plan, and I just have tactics kind of overflowing at this point if I so wanted to. But I just wanted to show you guys that game. Like I said, it was just a 10-minute one, and my opponent did make some blunders, and I mainly just capitalized on them, as opposed to, made too many proactive moves. But I just kept my before system, didn't get too crazy with it, and then when he did make a bad move, I punished it instantly instead of waiting. And I mean, that'll get you to climb pretty high just on its own, right? Not needing to make any proactive moves, but just playing the correct ones, and then developing correctly, looking at the board positionally, then just punishing mistakes when they come. But that's all, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and catch you next one.